And welcome back to the channel. I was just doing some more research into Flexa here. Now, in between the time it took me to record and edit the last video and when it was published, there was a few things I didn't really get to talk upon with Flexa. And one of those was actually this AMA here, the Twitter Spaces 12/14/2021, because I recorded that actually 2 days before this Twitter Spaces. And I'm still actually unpacking a lot of the information that Tyler sort of presented. Especially here, this timestamp is at 15:44, and it's in regards to why Flexa isn't going to a different network.
Why would AMP be still necessary to collateralize transactions, even though other layer ones like Avalanche and layer twos like Loopring that have high TPS or transactions per second? That is one of my favorite questions.
And it is a very, very, very long response that he gives, and understandably so, because it is a very important subject. And I wanted to talk about this, especially now that he mentioned Loopring, because zkSync. You can also see here that there is Loopring here, as well as Flexa. The reason why this is highlighted is I clicked on it earlier. And that actually brings you to Matter Labs post on Medium here, zkSync's zkEVM. And what does this mean? Well, it means some pretty impressive things. For example, an audited codebase's battle tested on Ethereum will be as secure on zkSync as they are on mainnet. From code to developer tooling, from user to developer experience, everything will be compatible. This is an Ethereum virtual machine that zkSync has. Why is this important? What Tyler would get to in that answer on this AMA is also the security of other networks. zkSync does away with that security issue because we already know that AMP and Flexa are currently very, 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 very secure on Ethereum. And now zkSync is claiming to say that, hey, we're actually using the same stuff you're already using and you'll have the same security as you currently have with their ZK rollup. And if we go down here too on the zkSync, you can see right here uncapped security, 10-minute finality, the 0.05k gas per transaction. Looks like transaction costs are just really, really cheap. And right here, Visa scale is possible today with 2,000 plus transactions per second. Protocols can migrate from level 1 to level 2 gradually, and their ecosystem can grow without limits. So that's all I'm really going to cover here on zkSync, what it actually does, because let's be honest, I'm not a developer. You're probably not a developer looking at this. And a little quick note here with that Visa scale, that's actually important. Because if we go back here to March of 1st of 2021, you can see right down here, there's Flexa again. This is the Series A funding, which is very, very early. This is actually pretty much the earliest you get. And it even says down here that Flexa can now make native crypto payments available to thousands of merchants. So we have the thousands of merchants in March 2021 with the initial launch of zkSync. And in case you're wondering if there actually is a connection to Flexa, even more so, this is something that I found that looks like the AMP Community Digest back in March 19, 2021. I'll let know here that Flexa is proud to support the ongoing development of zkSync. It's just right here. zkSync's relationship with Flexa will also open up more ways for AMP to collateralize new projects and wallets. You can see here too that Flexa is proud to support Matter Labs, Ethereum that can preserve layer 1 compostability and security at the lowest costs. EVM compatible ZK rollup back in March 1st, 2021. Here is from November 8th, 2021. It looks like zkSync 50 million in new funding. Another important one here because Consensys. Remember that bit about audited tokens? Here's Consensys again when they audited the AMP token back in June of 2020. So that was June 2020. And here's also early days of Flexa, September 8th of 2020, letting you know that the AMP token came out. A new collateral token designed in partnership with Consensys. So you think that Flexa might be using a level 2 rollup here soon? Especially with that staking contract, one that provides the security, cheaper fees. Having a good feeling about it. Again, none of this is financial advice, just letting you know what I might have found here. Feel free to correct me. I don't think this will actually do anything to change the LRC, GME, Flexa noise. I can't say that Loopring is any inferior to this zkSync, especially because you go right here, they're actually part of the movement. Loopring right there. So this will be very, very interesting. I'm actually following zkSync's Twitter because I want to know when this fully comes on. That Unisync announcement here. Yeah, their announcement. This was the first version of the 2.0 testnet of zkSync. So that was back in October. Hopefully here in the early part of 2022, we're going to start seeing some good movement. Being able to interact with the contract more, be a lot cheaper and easier for Flexa, especially to use their to make the payments and the whole collateral network. It's just a great idea. Yeah, that was just a quick video here, just looking at one of the questions that someone gave to Tyler Spalding, and I just wanted to find out more info upon it because he was kind of vague about the technology, and especially because that's initially what I thought too was why don't they go to Solana or Avalanche? And we've seen the issues with Solana and Avalanche, network issues, network going down, network getting congested. But it looks like with zkSync and Matter Labs, that might not be an issue anymore. Wanted to say thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. And let me know if there's anything that you might have found to corroborate what I have said, or to just tell me that I'm an idiot, or otherwise. Thank you.